So no more curse words, okay? This is a Christian stream.
Yes.
All right. So what are we looking at with Ethiopia? I see you've fixed your estate setup quite a bit from the last season. You're utilizing them much better, although dipping down to 11%. How'd that happen? What else did you give him?
Because when you go and change to Sunny, it takes a whole load of ground land.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
No, I didn't realise that. I was suddenly, oh shit, my ground land's tanked.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. I would have probably waited to swap until you can dev up a little bit or done it sooner. But 11% isn't that bad, I guess. So,
And as soon as I got rid of those rebels, I can take another 5%.
yeah, and it looks like you're pretty good on religious unity at the moment. And if not, you can always just give some shit to Dimini and fix that, and not have to deal with the other religions anymore. How are you doing income-wise? Pretty bad besides the gold. Did you dev the gold provinces yet?
I have debit gold, but they've got high autonomy. Again, when you switch religion, you get plus 25% autonomy.
Everywhere. Yikes. Damn. Was that religion swap really worth it then, this early? Or
Yeah, I assumed it would be better to take early rather than later, just because it means you've got less provinces that have to go and rebel.
how did you swap to it? Through rebel enforcement or?
Rebel enforcement.
Yeah. Is that the best way to do it, Leo?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, if you want to swip away from Coptic, I think there's something to be said to stay Coptic, because since you're the only Coptic, you will have constantly defend of the faith.
Mm.
And I don't know, like, do they get 2.5 discipline or 5 discipline? I'm not sure. Maybe you can tap into one of the other Coptic nations and see what bonuses they get in our mod. Alodia, I think, should be, yeah. Because I think we buffed it a little bit. And if you go on the bottom right, it's like the HRE button. There's a Coptic button.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and those are the on top. Yeah, if you click that, for every site that is Coptic and controlled, you get one of the bonuses. So you get 2.5 discipline and only 10%. Okay, so we're gonna have to buff them a bit more. So in that case, I think it's worth it to flip. Yeah, because Mamluks didn't die, so you won't be able to convert them. And yeah, it's not gonna be worth it.
So the only thing I took was the core conversion for the time that I was doing it. But yeah, taking a second religious place is pretty difficult.
How are you looking diplomatically? It seems like you're allied Ottomans. That seems like
losing bet at this point.
All the moves. Unless Ottomans get some other major allies, because I don't think you and Ottomans can stand against Mamluks.
So I think Rich says that he's allied with Hungary and with Dalmatia. However, I don't think it was a smart move. I just felt sorry for Mitch, having been smashed in the first war. Mitch actually asked me to go and support him about a year into the game, at which point I had an income of 5.5 and had absolutely no way of giving him any real support.
That would not have worked. But yeah, I don't know if this alliance is worth it right now, because the thing is, with Hungary and Dalmatia, he's strong, but if they join the war, other countries can punish them for it. Like Florence can jump on Dalmatia if they, like, depending on their relations, and same for Austria and both Hungary and Dalmatia. So like if they send all their troops to Anatolia, they're probably going to get punished for it. I don't know about maintaining 4 forts here when you have pretty bad income. And other than that, I don't think there's much else to say. Just don't maintain all the forts, figure out your crown land, and lower the autonomy on your gold mines, and that's pretty much all. Especially
looks to be in a decent spot for sure, like Ethiopia, like.
And I'm lucky with Kilwa dropping out unless somebody goes and steps in. I saw that you got Serkis to come over to Songhai.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get anyone on Kilwa, so you're going to have this entire region. You just have to contest with the Congo. And as long as you can make a deal with Mamluks, you can also go into Arabia. And it doesn't seem like Mamluks has gone really hard into Arabia. But
if I may say a little bit about Ethiopia, I think a really good strategy for Ethiopia is also just to like make a deal with Mamluks and stay out of Egypt. because trade-wise, like it's the war against Mamluks is usually not worth it because Ottomans long-term wants Egypt themselves anyway. So even if Ottomans helps you kill them, he's gonna want best land long-term himself. So I think making peace with Mamluks and then instead rushing the Zanzibar trade node, I think is a lot stronger because long-term Butur will outgrow you usually, because of the better millad years.
Yeah.
And with the trade income, you don't suffer as much inflation from the gold mines. And especially now that there's no player, I would probably just stay out of player wars and rush the Zanzibar node.
Yeah.
And just go ham. Because aggressive expansion also is not that big of an issue if you conquer South Africa, because nobody really cares, right? So...
Yeah,
and that also helps you by turning Sunni, you actually reduce it, because if you weren't Sunni, you might get some coalitions in Arabia, but since you're Sunni now too, I think aggressive expansion should be fine, and you can just rush south.
Good advice, and actually exactly what I've done. I didn't actually want to say too much about my Diplo because I should tell Mitch first. But hey, I was always planning to go and stay out of wars between the players, and I want to go keep good relationships with Mamluks.
Yeah, because if you have good relationship with Mamluks, you can scale up a lot by just eating up all of this stuff. And definitely run a Diplo advisor. I'd say that's probably the most valuable one.
Yeah, I was actually going to put a Diplo advisor on. I turned it off at the time when I was going through my Sunni rebellion.
Yeah, and
yeah.
when your autonomy drops and you fix up your country, you should scale up a lot because your income should probably like double. Seems like, yeah, no, not double, but at least like a 30% increase, at least from the autonomy dropping. And then when you finish off the rebels and lower the religious disunity and get some more crown land, you should be in a good spot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was also going to move. I was
up?
also going to move my capital to Zila to actually get to collect trade on the Gulf of Aden, which is much richer. That already helps if I do it now, but actually will help even further as I start to eat up the Aden ports.
Yeah, that
I wouldn't move the capital though. I would move maybe the trade capital, but I would put the capital somewhere in the mountains in behind because
yeah, good point.
There's like there are great mountains where you can put it so opponents have to go through a fort and then still siege the capital fort on a mountain.
Yeah, look at how many mountains you have here. Probably best to put it somewhere here in the back and just protect it by mountains, right?
Yeah, and then just put the trade capital somewhere else, because like that's 200 Diplus points that you spend, but in return your capital is a lot more safe.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much.
What about ideas? Or quantity first?
He went quantity first. So obviously, there's no victory card, and his score is negligible at the moment, so nothing else to look at. We're gonna go to Mamluks.
Yeah.
Mamluks didn't pick an idea yet. He is admin tech 3, so quite a bit behind, but he had a lot of coring to do. That might actually give a chance.
He also went bankrupt.
Yeah, he has a lot of fucking vessels, though. I was gonna say Ottomans might have a chance, but Mamluks has so much force limit through vessels and himself directly that I don't really know. His income's not gonna support his force limit, but he can go quite a bit more into loans, so I don't think it's very optimistic for an Ottoman revival here. Although Mamluk is diplomatically insulated, so if Ottomans manages to bring in Hungary, it might make a play.
By the way, I don't think he went bankrupt, actually. I don't think he even bankrupted in the war.
I thought they both did. No, but after the war, I think as soon as Ottomans went bankrupt, he went bankrupt too. At least that's what I was told.
Huh, I don't know. He doesn't have any modifiers right now.
If you are told, then okay.
I mean, I could be wrong.
His crown land is absolutely tanked.
How many loans does he have at the moment, if I may ask?
He has 10 loans at 1710. Okay. He can go 39 loans.
And what's the devastation map mode? Because devastation usually shows you if you went bankrupt or not.
No.
Okay, maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. Yeah.
I don't think he went bankrupt.
I think he didn't have to take that many loans. Now, if I remember correctly, I think he told that. Yeah, he didn't have to take that many loans.
Yeah,
so,
he
but I mean,
seems to be in a decent spot. Like, especially if he can keep his vassals loyal. Like, his vassals are gonna kill everything for him because he has such a good vassal swarm at the moment. It's insane. Like, how much is this in fucking? That's 20,
42k of vassals.
42k of vessels. Like, you can just declare war on a player and let the vessels kill him at the moment. So
Yeah.
that's pretty strong. Like, with vessels and his force limit, he has double of Timurids. His only problem is that he's behind on admin tech, and unless he can catch up on that, he's going to get punished when someone finishes the first tech group, because that usually means, especially now that they edited the policies, I think they get the 5% morale bonus in the first policies.
And shock.
And shock. So, yeah, so who finishes the first idea group gets a big, a spike.
Yeah.
Power spike.
I still think that he's gonna be safe because with his force limit and his vessels, like with his vessels together, he can field 100k troops already.
Yeah, well, he's in a very good spot.
So,
I'm just.
The only one who could spank him maybe is Timurids. Everyone else would be even a 2v1.
I'm not saying he's in a bad spot. I'm just saying there's one possibility that he can fall right now.
So
we got the victory card on Room, and that is currently occupied by Crimea. Is that AI war?
Yes.
Nice. Crimea going into Ottomans. Interesting. Or is it the other way around? Oh, it's the other way around. Alright, yeah, as far as for the rest of his country, his crown land is on 0, but obviously he had the death war, so that's not a huge deal. I guess he has to fix that. Like, his country's gonna take a little bit to recover, and then it's just gonna spike up, because he's probably, like, at first glance, probably one of the strongest in the world right now, and definitely will be, like, when he recovers, unless someone else scales up insanely well. The Timurids, Mamluks, yeah, he popped his morale mission. Does he have any other significant missions? I forget. He has another 10% morale mission that he didn't use yet.
Mamluks or who?
Mamluks, yeah, he has 10% morale when he vassalizes another Beylik, so that's gonna be good if he gets into another death war.
Yeah, he has to take Ottoman land though, so
I don't think that'll be an issue unless Ottomans get some good alliances.
Yeah, but even if Ottoman gets alliances, Mamluks has 29 galleys, so I think they will never be able to cross, and so he can just siege down Anatolia and then dance basically.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a thingy ship, a flagship, so I would build that immediately for galley combatability and then take the.
I think that's why they allied.
Don't you think?
What's up?
Dalmatia Otto kills the Mamluk fleet.
That's what I was gonna say. I think that's why there was a Dalmatia alliance.
I mean, you don't use the fleet to stop them from crossing. What you do is you put the fleet into Hudevendigar or whatever, and then when they cross with troops, you engage them. And if they try to reinforce, you send out 2 ships. And so even if they have naval superiority, they can never really cross because they're gonna take a -2 penalty on the crossing. And then he can just, like, if they lose the battle, they get stack wiped, and they can't reinforce because he can just send out single ships.
With 29 galleys at this point in time, he can keep doing that for a while, even if they have a fleet superiority.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mamluk's in a pretty good spot, and that's about it. Not much else to say. There's no buildings. There's nothing. His institution situation isn't that great, but I don't think anyone has Renaissance. We ended quite early, so.
Wait, no. I mean.
Outside of
China has.
China has. Nice. I guess you guys dev'd it, but you can't really dev Renaissance when you Death War.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I think Mamluks looks really good, and he's gonna need 1 or 2 sessions to, like, basically recover, but he beat Ottomans pretty significantly.
Yeah.
Didn't go bankrupt. We don't have a Tunis player, so that's fine. Morocco seems to be dying to Castile already, so he's safe from the left. So if he makes a nice deal with Ethiopia, Mamluks just yeah, he's gonna form room and then slowly grow, I guess.
Yeah, Mamluks is in a really good spot, and that's it for Africa, surprisingly, because Songhai and Mali quit. They got a new player on Songhai, but it was AI for 10. Oh, there's Congo. My bad.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a new player in Songhai, but it was AI for 10 years, so I'm not gonna look at that. There's no point. Congo. Where are the gold mines?
Congo doesn't have gold mines.
There was no gold mines in the Congo?
No, only in Mutapa.
Oh, what the fuck? Huh, I think we should mod that in. That's
You can only colonize Y though. I mean, it's great trade goods still.
Yeah, but it leaves
Congo is easier start.
It leaves Congo quite poorer than like his Butua or Kilva neighbors, or even West Africans. So I think we might want to add that to the list of things. In fact, let me type that out real quick.
I mean, he can still get gold from colonizing in the provinces. And I mean, it gives him an incentive to fight Mutapa early on because he is usually stronger than Mutapa, like Butua. So, I mean,
Alright,
Butua also has 2 potential enemies with Ethiopia and Congo. So it's like I don't think
I
buffing
don't know,
Congo too much
I'd give him
is
at
balanced.
least one gold province, and I've seen other mods do it. Like that's why I thought
Maybe.
it's in vanilla, and I'm surprised it's not. Anyway, as far as Congo goes, he has a disloyal vassal, but they got 3 units, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, he's just eating up his region. I don't think there is a whole lot to say. He's done his estates properly. Well, not exactly, because you're sitting at 34 crown land in 64, and unless your country is like on the verge of collapse, you can go under 30 safely, even with the malices.
And he doesn't have a diplo point for the merchants, which is
Yeah, and
kind
that's
of
gonna be a problem because he has 72 influence on them, and 54 loyalty equilibrium. So it's gonna be a problem to revoke any of these. You need to figure out how, and revoke one of these and give them the diplo point privilege. But for now, seeing as you went exploration, unless you just plan on taking the first one for the colonist, I would. Never mind, I'm being stupid. But yeah, for now, either way, because you have 34 crown land and you can spare, I would get the. Oh, you already got the admin privilege. God, I'm just not looking at things. And yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about Congo. I would promote cultures when available. Not available right now. Just not a lot going on in this part of the world, huh?
It's Africa for you.
It is Africa.
That's why nobody likes to play in Africa, because nothing happens and then Great Britain comes and kills you. Like, it's so horrible. And I'm only like 5% joking.
Hmm.
I mean, Ethiopia and Butua are not the same. And Songhai maybe not either, because they have actually decent ideas, so they can fight. But Congo has bad ideas, no formable. I mean,
Yeah,
he's just having a land for somebody to take it, basically.
Nah, I think Congo can do well because he's going exploration, which is good, or expansion, sorry. And he gets that one colonist, and all he needs to do is colonize this one province, and then he gets all of these, and he also gets the gold that's here. If he can grab that before Kilwood does, I think he's in a good spot. And then he basically just starts collecting in Zanzibar, and he's good because all of his trade flows to Zanzibar anyway, and, except for the couple provinces he has in Ivory. So yeah, I think just colonize this as quickly as possible, conquer all of this shit, and then, well, first rush for the gold. Like, kill this in one war, immediately take the gold provinces. Like your peace deal with this country should be full annex, and then with Mutapa you want to take these in one war. Just snake and take the gold. You don't care about anything else, and if possible take this gold province as well. Like, you don't care about any other province. If you get the gold, that's gonna just rocket your economy, and you can pop out like 3 or 4 colonies at the same time, and that's just gonna put you in a much better spot than you are now. Don't meme around and colonize the new world, please. Like, that doesn't really do anything for you. If you colonize in your home region and consolidate, that's much better instead. I don't know if I would go for Cape, because I think Portugal's gonna be there way quicker than you. So I don't know if that's worth competing for. Probably better to just consolidate this here, because there's a lot of colonizable provinces, and I think they have a decent chance of popping decent goods, or do they? Not that great. I thought they would be better.
Ivory and golden slaves, I think.
Yeah, but very small chance. But either way, you know, that still seems like the plan over going into South Africa, because there you're gonna have to fight with Portugal. Anyway, that's it for Congo. Now looking at Songhai, Morocco said he's dead and is switching off to a new nation, so we're starting in Europe. We're gonna look at Portugal first. Portugal went exploration first as expected. Didn't get the colonizer yet, so he's not colonizing. He discovered most of the New World. He's already in Mexico.
Can you show us the flagship? Did he pick the Portuguese plus 100?
Portuguese, yep.
Yeah, okay, very nice. Yeah, he already has discovered the Arabian Sea, so he's playing that correctly. He already sees all of Africa, basically the coast.
Yeah, so that's
So
a good play. Looks like
he's rushing colonies.
he is just a little
He
bit
doesn't
shy.
have range yet. Yeah,
he's
he
just
doesn't
a
have
little bit
range.
shy from having range. If
He's gonna have to do Cape Verde, Tech 7, but that's unrealistic. You just have to do Cape Verde.
Oh, right.
For that, you should have range, and then you get range for
Even
Africa
if
or
I
for
think
New
even
World.
if you go to Tenerife, it should be range. But yeah, Cape Verde is better.
Cape Verde is more efficient, I think. Yeah.
Also, Arguin is a good one, but yeah, Cape Verde is better probably. So
Yeah, Arguin has hostile. What do you say? Like 7,000 natives. Yeah.
So yeah, and he can take that at the start, and there's no reason he shouldn't. I don't know why he didn't. Going for Tech 6 doesn't make any sense. So yeah, take that and start colonizing Brazil and spewing out little Portugals. He's on 1% crown length.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I don't know if I know why, but you know.
Maybe he had rebels, pretenders. Looking at this king, he may have had a pretender because that's not the king the heir that you get at the game start.
Huh.
So
maybe.
I don't know.
Either way, that's kind of scuffed, but it can be repaired. It's just.
He fought against Morocco too, right? He has some land in Morocco too. So.
Yeah, he got South Morocco, and I don't know what his deal with Spain is, and Octa's not here to tell us, but it looks like they're carving up Morocco. That's why Morocco quit. Like, it doesn't look like it's in a bad spot, but he already lost his gold mine to Portugal. And
I mean, it's in a horrible spot. Yeah, it's in a horrible spot.
I mean, yeah, it looks like it has a lot of land, right? But he lost his gold mine, and the rest of this is just garbage. So, like, there's no point for Morocco to keep going. All of his vessels are disloyal. Oh, or not. 2 of them are.
I mean, what Morocco could have done is talk to Songhai, because Songhai doesn't want Spain in northern Africa, right? And he could have talked to Mamluks about, but then he also gonna run out of expansion routes, right? If he can't go into Songhai and Mamluks, then where is Morocco gonna go?
We had memers on Songhai and Mali, so, but there's a new.
Okay, and they dropped. Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, back to Portugal. Doesn't look like there's much else to say.
Level 3 advisor, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a half cost, so.
Yeah, but it's still a correct play. Yeah, I mean.
Of course.
It's gonna be a good nation. Great starting ruler. Good money management. I mean.
Yeah.
Portugal looks nice, except
nice.
for the crown land.
I think he knows what he's doing. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Except his autonomy is gonna spike a little bit, but he's only gonna have this land to work with anyway, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem to keep under control, because he can just keep reducing it and fighting rebels. So.
Yeah, it's still not very.
Not optimal, but I don't know. I think he thought it's worth it for the points.
Yeah, sure, makes sense.
Anyway, that's it for Portugal, and we're gonna go to Castile. Octa's still not here, so we're gonna do it without him. Castile took a chunk of France and Gascony, but he's allied to France, so I wonder what's going on there.
Bertrand sold it to him.
Yeah, I just wonder how you're allied to France, but you hold Gascony. That's.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming that France got ganked, and so Spain thought it's better not to have a Burgundy turn into France that's allied to England, which is the correct play, I think.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It makes sense for Castile.
France was getting ganked by, I think it was Castile, Portugal, Burgundy, and England, and then Castile flipped in the end. Well, got out of the war.
It was even Austria.
Even Austria was in it, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, if Burgundy forms France, it's usually stronger than a normal France. At least if he gets it with help from England and stuff. So I think it makes sense for Castile to have a.
Yeah, I think
France, because Castile can outscale France usually.
Definitely, especially this France that got weakened in the first war. I think keeping this France alive instead of letting them eat in is a very good call. So keeping this alliance is a very good idea. Like I was just weirded out that Nabi would have let him keep this, but I guess he didn't have a choice. So it is what it is. His Aragon vessel has 26 units, which is pretty chunky. It's
Yeah.
the same as Castile is fielding right now, so that's pretty good. Total, he has 26 plus 44, 70 force limit. That's really good. Besides that, doing well on income, not really doing anything else other than killing Morocco for now. I don't see, at least. There's not
I mean,
that many
doesn't
years
have
that
to.
passed. He got his first victory card in Portugal. I'm guessing he's gonna ignore that one. And he is third on score, behind Mamluks and Ming. So doing quite well.
Yes.
I think behind Mamluks, Castile is probably the second strongest. I don't know. I haven't seen the rest, but
I don't think so. I think there are at least two
he's just
stronger
in a
nations.
very good spot because
left.
he's gonna get to eat all of the Maghreb really easily.
He's gonna scale really nicely. Yeah, that I agree with. Yeah.
But yeah, what idea did he didn't pick an idea yet. He's behind on tech a little bit, not on mill tech though. But
I think his king is also not that good, right?
yeah, his king's
135.
kind of shit. Seeing as he's
Oh well, his air 452 is nice. I guess it's okay. Can go mill focus. It's okay, I guess.
Yes, and in 10 years he's gonna get this air because it's a regency. But yeah, not running a diplomatic advisor, but I think that's. Oh right, he was AI at the end. That's why. And
Yeah,
and we refunded
that's
him.
true.
So that's probably why he's a little bit behind. But yeah, overall the country looks decent. Let's look at France. Oof. Pretty low on the army he's fielding, but his manpower is completely drained almost. At 14,000, he's gonna take a while to recover. His income's not as bad as I thought. 19 compared to his Castile's, like I think 25. It's not that bad. So not a horrible spot. He tanked his crown land for the wars, I guess. I mean, obviously for the wars. And he has a lot of vassal force limit, but they're all disloyal. Like very disloyal.
Like he vassalized Brittany for some reason unknown to mankind, and it made all of his vassals disloyal.
Yeah, I don't know why that's the move.
But maybe it's the mission that Burgundy can pop, but I'm not really sure. It's obviously not. Yeah, okay.
That might be possible. Yeah, maybe Burgundy popped the mission. Can you hover over the 74 from Orléans?
Sorry?
With the 74% disloyalty from one of the the disloyalty from one of the vessels. Can you hover over it? No, it's just relative power. It's relative power of vessels. Yeah.
Power. He needs to build up his army. I wonder if he builds up the force limit, if they're gonna stop. I think they probably will drop. Like most of this should drop.
Just hire a merc if you want, Channel. You can see.
Are they allied to each other already, or?
The vessels.
Yeah, the vessels. Yeah, they already allied each other. Ugh.
A lot of them are. Brittany isn't though, and Britain is one of the big ones.
Britain still has truce with France, but everybody else is already allied, so yeah, that's bad. It's not the end of the world. He's going to be able to survive it. In the worst case, you just declare a war, or let somebody call you into war, and while you're at war, they won't declare independence, and then you just get rid of one after the other with increased relations and stuff to make them loyal again.
I don't really know why he would have vassalized Britain. It would have been much better to just annex them.
I think AEVA is probably. I mean, you get a mission for it. I'm not sure, but you have a mission to do it. But yeah, I don't think
all of the promises. It could have been just owned by him, and he still would have gotten there.
Yeah, but he also wants probably to push ideas. So admin points are more valuable early game than.
Yeah, but I don't know if admin points are more valuable than all of your vessels going disloyal. But either way. Besides that, I don't really see anything else that's there to say about France.
If he increases his crown land, they will also get more loyal, because bad crown land is really horrible if you have a lot of vessels, because then they get more relative strength modifier from their. Like if you hover over the. No, it's not there. It's a modifier for the overall strength. If you go to the crown land, and then you hover over the negative effects of the crown land. Yeah, you
Oh,
can see
plus-
Liberty
plus
Desire from
100%.
Sidecheck Development plus 100%. Yeah, I think if he does it
So
once,
if he
yes.
just
If you
clicks
click
it
it once,
it should probably
it goes
help.
down to 50%. It's still not obviously not the
Yeah, but the 50%
not perfect.
decrease it's probably gonna make a couple of them go into green. So I think it's fine. He just has to deal with the rebels.
I mean, I don't think it's going to make them green because but yeah, it's going to help at least.
I think if he recruits
If
to
he
like
recruits-
drains his manpower on recruiting at least, it should
Yeah.
yeah, and hire the free mercs. I think is the free company, the cheap ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be just hire like 10,000 normal regiments, the free company, and it should help with the vessels. I don't think that deving them is gonna help a lot because there's a lot of them.
No.
Yeah, I don't think deving
And
them is a
that's-
good idea at this point. He
Yeah.
got his victory card on Castile. I don't think we're gonna see anything happen with that victory card. And besides that, I don't think there's much else to say about France. He has 11
Oh.
loans, but you know he just
And already went bankrupt, I think, right?
Yeah, but he's managing to pull a profit, so he's not in that bad of a
No.
spot. I think, especially with being able to eat into this match AI, like I think he's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine if he's not in a player war early on next session. Like if England can declare on him, even if he doesn't
Well,
win the
he's
war,
allied to
England.
Castile now, so I think Castile will defend him. I don't know.
Yeah, but England could just blockade him if he has the fleet superiority, because then he can't also revoke Crownland, right? So and then his vessels are going to just stay unloyal forever.
Oh yeah, England can just make him explode by just declaring a trade war.
Something like that. Yeah,
That's
I don't
scary.
know.
Well, it doesn't
I
have
mean,
to
I'm
be a
not
trade war.
I'm not sure if it's smart, but it could be like a so-called dick move, I guess.
I think they are friends currently, England and France.
Ah,
They
okay.
fought at first, but then they made up.
Ah, okay. I mean, then
Alright, let's look at England then. England went econ first. I guess he's not really. I don't think he's planning to fight anyone on the mainland if he went econ first.
he even mothballed his fleet. Like that's really
He has
Confident.
seriously.
12 heavies. I don't think he needed to build 12 heavies to begin with. Portugal has none, so I think building 12 heavies to begin with is a bit paranoid. I don't think anyone's gonna see Lion England in this season. I mean, we'll look at Denmark. Like 0 heavies. I don't think England needed to build.
I mean,
13 heavies.
if somebody sea lions England, it's going to be Castile, I would assume.
You think it's still
I mean, Castile doesn't.
I mean,
Castile,
it doesn't really take long to build a heavies. You could just build them mid-session and kill it. Like, it's always better to have 12 heavies than a detonation.
Yeah, I agree. Like 12 is a number. As England, if you have the wooden wall, even if your opponent has 15, you can hold, right?
Did he take the
But
wooden
if
wall?
I bought the heavies.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so 12 is a good idea. Like 12 means, as England, usually you're safe. Like if you have less than 12 and your opponent like builds 20 or something, you don't have a shot. With 12 as England, you can defend really well because you have some modifiers and naval landings are difficult anyways. So I think 12 is a good number.
His estates are set up really well, so I don't think he's gonna have to worry about that for a while. Yeah, he's been positive equilibrium with all.
He already vassalized Holland, which is always what you want to do as England. Holland, the Dutch vassal. Yes.
He didn't vassalize it though.
Yes,
Wait,
I
what?
did.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
did.
my bad. They just have the same fucking flag, almost Scotland and Holland. And yeah,
Yikes.
because you just need the trade from them. You transfer trade and yeah, good move. But he can't transfer trade right now because they're very disloyal.
Doesn't really
It
matter.
doesn't matter. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You just cuttage them. Yeah, you're stronger. They're never gonna.
I wouldn't cuttage them because what happens
Yeah.
when someone declares war on you, they don't get called in. They can declare a separate war on them and just take them over. And that's,
Yeah, they can just 100% the vessel. Scottish in multiplayer is really, really dangerous.
I would not use it. That's completely, and the people think that the rules are gonna prevent that, but no, that's just like a game mechanic. So I would not Scottish them ever.
I mean, I guess the only people there's no one really that borders me that I'm hostile with. I made friends with France. I've actually helped him in his peasants war. Westphalia wants to ally me, so I don't see any problem.
Denmark could take them, but like
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're friendly with everyone, sure, whatever, go for it. But if there's anyone who could potentially want to fuck you over, if they take over the lowlands, that's half of your trade income gone for the rest of the game unless you can fight them. So I would just not risk it. Like there's no need to risk it. I think if you click the
I mean,
dev button like 3 times
yeah.
in Holland, you're fine.
I'd
Yeah.
rather not waste my mana, but yeah, I could do that.
I just think it's better than Scottish, but you know, you do you. What? Yeah, we already went over the economic. I mean, your idea selection. I don't think there's anything else. Are you gonna go Irish or stay English? What's the plan? I don't see you converting yet, so.
The plan is to I'll finish economic first. Because of the mod, I'll take the policy that gives you culture conversion cost.
Oh,
Go to
Mhm.
the policies.
yeah. See, someone looked into the policies. That's good.
Yeah, there's a culture conversion one for admin. So I'll take that first once I finish eco, and then I'll culture convert Wales into Irish. Maybe destate one or two things, switch to Irish culture, form Ireland Tech 10, then immediately form England after that. I mean, I might take the missions first. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see, but that's like later
Ireland
on.
has
That's way further
I,
down the line.
oh right, I don't think the Irish dev cost mission still gives dev cost in the mod, or does it?
don't
Might be. I think the Spanish one does, so I would assume it still does.
Yeah, if it does, I would definitely save that mission until you can dev the shit out of your nation, because that's pretty big, because everyone else is gimped when it comes to deving, and if you can get that, it's going to give you a huge advantage. I normally, well, in my last Purple Room game, I just did Wales and Cornwall, and then destated like these 4, and that
Yeah.
gave me 51%, so...
Yeah, that's what I usually do. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried. We're the plan is, I mean, I think I'm still allied to Portugal, if I'm not wrong.
You are.
Yeah, so we're helping out each other. We've decided on dividing the new world. There we had to revisit that deal several times, and I think we will even a couple more times. Just because of what Castile wants and what Portugal wants are two different things. So, but we're cool.
Yeah, so, you know, good stuff for England. So far, so
Yeah,
good.
I mean, Burgundy dying early is very great because
It's
I
very
get
good
to
for you because you
expand
just get the English channel for free, basically, and
essentially, yeah.
that's great. You just have to have a couple more wars in here, but oh, are they already transferring to you?
Flanders is. I didn't want to eat Flanders and Holland were allied. I didn't want to eat Flanders, just
Game
because
is
of the
this?
AE. I think it would have been a bit too much AE.
Yeah, probably better to eat the rest if you can get them to transfer to you. So good move.
Yeah.
All right, next one is we didn't look at your victory card, Silius. Oh, you didn't get one. Shit. How
What?
much dev do you need to get the victory
Not
card?
enough. 300, I think.
I think it's 250.
I don't know.
Or
Yo, is this like a multiplayer game? Or what's happening?
No, this is a podcast over a multiplayer game.
I think
Ah.
it's 250. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I thought it was 300, but it's not. Doesn't matter in the end. Yeah, like England doesn't
Anyway.
have it yet.
Anyway, go to Westphalia. The first Westphalia since like we made it that survived past session 1, so I am very proud of this man. Decent income, almost comparable to France, and definitely a lot more expansion potential. 21 units fielded at the moment. He has decent vessels, 12 more in vessels. One of them is disloyal, but I don't think 60% is a big deal.
I just conquered them, so it's only because of his opinion of me.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So that should probably get fixed quite soon.
Yep.
So yeah, Westphalia doing really well, especially with Austria making stupid moves at the start. I think Westphalia is gonna do really well, except you seem to be like very diplomatically isolated.
So I'm allied to Austria. The alliance broke since I attacked the Free City,
Oh, I see.
and I've made connections with England, as you talked about before.
That's good because I think you can make a pretty profitable trade deal with England, right? If he also has to have one with France or Denmark. Damn, I thought Rhineland flows into the channel. My bad.
Not yet.
But
But Rhineland is also a decent trade node. Like because like trade usually gets steered out of Lübeck and Champagne, but Rhineland is one detached, so you can somewhat defend it. And just conquering the German land and like the trade goods, the good ones, deving them, building workshops. That's really strong with Westphalia.
Do you want to give him any other advice because you're playing Westphalia in the holiday game?
No, I mean we already talked about Westphalia before the season actually.
we
Like
talked
Oh, good.
I talked to him how I played it in the holiday game. So
Good,
Yeah.
good. Why don't you accept Lower Saxon? They're 31% of your country.
oh, yeah, that is a good idea.
That's just a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you click on the development map mode to see?
I
mean,
dev'd a good bit of the silk, and then I got the gems event.
I can't.
Yeah,
see
exactly.
anything
Because
here.
no, yeah. If you click on Niederhessen, yeah, he did the same thing that I did in Holiday Game. Like spawn the diamond district in that one, and deving it like 1.38 ducats without a workshop yet. That's going to be a really good province.
Yeah, that's really good. So
Yeah, I really like the Westphalia. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
I think we made a good country in Westphalia. I think it's a pretty good start, and it's a shame we don't have a Brandenburg to kind of balance out the region. But either way,
How come there's no Brandenburg? What happened?
Because the player decided to quit without saying anything and go play Dota, and I'm still petitioning to ban him from the server, but the staff is ignoring me. Anyway, I think that's it for Westphalia. He didn't get the victory card because he has 100 dev, but I think he's doing really well, and
Yeah.
I think he's gonna scale even better. Just don't get boxed in. I think that's the biggest threat for like Westphalia, Brandenburg, and whatever. Is just getting boxed in.
Is he like the only German other than Austria?
There was Switzerland that died. Yeah, there's just Austria and
Yeah,
Westphalia.
Burgundy
Did they
died.
die to AI? Or was it
Switzerland, yeah, because AI is buffed in our mod. Like AI gives a lot of condottieri, and Switzerland died to it because the AI in the war gave him like 20k condottieri or something.
That's getting fixed though. But either way,
That was not really his fault, but yeah.
we're gonna look at. Do we go north or south?
I mean, Denmark is also in the HRE in the mod, so Denmark can also press into Lübeck and Hamburg really early on.
All right, let's look at the south first. Finish off Italy and then go north. So look at PTZ's country. See what he's doing. Let me ping him real quick. See if he
Nothing.
wants. Oh, you're here. What's happening in Florence? Are you getting cucked by the AI as well?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I got into day 1 by Naples.
Oof.
Venice guy was a Chad who decided to help, so we death ward Naples.
I thought you two declared on him. I didn't know that he
No,
declared on you.
He declared on me for Pisa, because apparently Naples has perma claimed in Tuscany from the start, which is kind of bogus.
It's a mission, yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's
sounds
pretty
good.
dumb.
Nice.
So I thought he truce broke, like he knows he beat, but apparently he has perma claims on me, so he can't do it. And then Ozuso went to full loans. And
Is
all in.
Venice Dalmatia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
When me and Venice managed to win,
I mean,
then
yeah.
he truce broke. Yeah, of course, because that's what you do. But we won
Yikes.
again, and then he left.
Well,
and then
he did his best, I think. I think.
I was left in
I've heard he put up a great fight versus the two of you, and
at the mercy. I mean, yeah, but
I don't.
this
think
is why
you're
I don't
doing-
like inters, because some players just come, they're good, like Serkis or Ozus or whoever. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go all in for a session, or then just don't bother. Because like Naples can outscale me for sure. If he just goes for
I mean,
Pope
I
and
don't
shit,
think
I
you're
was
doing that bad
excommunicated.
either. I wouldn't be all depressed
can-
about it because you own like
Oh, I'm
4
not
trade centers
doing
already.
bad.
oh yeah,
Okay,
you
I'm gonna
didn't
say
do
this
well.
again. Compared to what the shit show of Europe is, I'm not doing bad, but I'm at the mercy of Venice. Like I can't expand without Venice helping me. I can
Well-
die to Castile. I can die to Venice at any point. Like
I mean, I'm just saying you have like 60% the income of Castile already, and like look at the size of your country compared to his, and you have so much more expansion to do.
Yeah, you can go into
I
Milan,
think
right?
you're in a good
Bro.
spot. You just but
like,
the
so much more
AI,
expansion.
the
That's
AI is
just a
really
word.
fucking
There is no
ace.
expansion when you're in a land and when you cannot beat. Look at their alliances and then tell me what my expansion is.
Yeah.
If I'm not helped by another player, tell me my expansion.
Okay.
I mean, you could go into Siena, right?
Okay, look at Siena's alliances and tell me how I beat Siena.
You can't go into
Is
Siena
the
'cause of
Pope an
truce.
actual player?
No,
No.
the Pope is not a player. You can't go into Siena because of the truce, but you can go into Siena easily because he's only.
It's
like,
in the
I mean,
HRA.
we just broke Siena's because Siena was a co-belligerent in a war on Genoa, so we just broke one of his alliances, I think.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he has a long truce, so Sienna can be fought next.
But yeah, I
it
think
has a
you'll.
10 years truce.
I think
I mean,
if
maybe you
just
could talk to
cooperate.
Castile about going
No,
into
no,
the
no,
boat.
don't talk to Castile. I think you need to cooperate with Dalmatia and help each other
Yeah,
to
of
split
course,
Italy.
that's what we're
I
doing at
think
the moment.
I think with the mod being the way it is, you need to do what the Chinese players normally do and split up China, or what the Indian players do and split up India. You
Yeah,
need to do that on a micro
definitely.
level in Italy.
I was willing to do Genoa Venice split with either of the players, but Ozuso said blah blah blah. Well, Venice said sure, yeah, let's do it. So
I mean,
and he was actually trustworthy. So
for Dalmatia, it's a great split because Dalmatia has a lot more of expansion potential outside. So
it's a great split for both. Like at this point, he can just starve me by not helping me if he wanted to be more ambitious. But he knows that he has a safe ally right now. That
yeah, and
like
I
owe him
don't
my
see
life.
that. I don't see that working out for him because he's only allied to Ottomans, and other than you. And then if he gets stabbed by
I guess he's a
Austria,
bit scared about Aline because Aline is like
a psychopath.
ADHD central. You never know.
So yeah, definitely a good idea to keep you around because Alin's gonna attack him at some point. Anyway, I think that's about it for your country. You definitely.
I can scale if Dalmatia helps me if I can get some more.
Yeah, I think you're gonna. I think you're both gonna be fine. I think we're gonna have two very strong Italians in a session or two. And you also have to remember we only played like 20 years of the session, so I think you're doing great. You're doing great for the time we had. You have
boring and annoying.
Yeah, I'm aware, and we're fixing it. Like, all right. So I think for the 20 years that you had, I think you did fine, especially for 2 Death Wars. Anyway, Dalmatia next. A little better income, not much greater than yours. A lot more force limit though, and I think he has vessels as well. That okay, those vessels are bugged.
Yeah, it's bugging out sometimes. Yeah.
He has Corfu, Naxos, and Padua. So that's 3, 4.
Yeah, he had to
5,
release some shit to form
6.
Dalmatia.
Yeah, you have to give some
He
stuff
actually
away
did
to
something
form
very
Dalmatia.
smart, like that I didn't know. In order to be able to do it faster, he changed his capital to Brescia.
Why would you do that?
Ah, okay. Because then you can unstate Venice, probably.
He unstated Venice, and then he could he had the Dalmatian culture faster.
Huh,
Yes,
I
I gave him the instructions on doing that prior to the
that's
game.
necessary because you just need to convert like 2 provinces. Otherwise, I think you just.
And then you have to wait for years.
It's not enough. The state of Venice is so much dev. It's pretty much half your country.
You have to convert like everything except Venice, almost like.
No. You
Treviso,
give.
Friuli, Verona, Padua.
You give away. You give away everything else like you did. You create vessels.
Yeah, you have to give everything else because you need like
you
9
have
provinces.
yeah, I know. I played Dalmatia like a month ago, so I know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
but
I've played
you
it
just
as
need to
well, so I know
convert
it as well.
Friuli and Treviso, and you have 51%. You can swap cultures. I'm fairly certain.
I don't think you have 51% just with those. Maybe if you dev them.
I don't know.
But I mean,
no point arguing about it, but
It's about the same dip cost to convert them as to move your capital, anyways.
Okay, yeah, fair point. Then it's better to waste the admin early on, or at any point. And he's converting to Orthodox right now, so he's Dalmatia that's soon gonna be Orthodox. So he's gonna be in a very good spot because Dalmatia just has the best, I think, Italian ideas. 10% morale, 15% naval morale, which
Is
doesn't
it
really
Tuscany
matter.
stronger though? At some point, I don't know.
Yeah, I think militarily better probably. But Dalmatia, like, you also get some fleet bonuses. So usually, basically, unless
they're good dual.
Yeah.
The only thing that's not good about Tuscany anymore is the mercenary bonuses that they get, as the mercenaries are quite much more useless.
Dev cost as well, like that's.
Yeah, they use
construction cost.
Yeah,
I don't think
dev
they.
cost gets switched to construction costs in the mod, so.
I don't think they have like bonuses.
If you go to Florence, you can see Tuscan ideas. They share the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same ideas as Tuscany.
Yep.
Get new ideas.
Yeah, I
Nope,
mean,
that's Tuscan ideas.
I think I definitely.
Oh yeah,
go
they
for
do
Venice.
have.
Like they have 5% discipline, but Dalmatia has 10%.
They also
morale.
have 25%.
Yeah, the manpower.
Like you said, all their ideas are good, with the exception of the mercenary stuff. Just because they're not
I mean,
I mean, the mercenary
Depends,
stuff was
though.
good in the early part. Like, trust me, I was full mercenary.
It's not bad. Like, it's not
Alright, what
good.
else
But
is
better than
Dalmatia
nothing.
doing? Let's look at this country for a minute. He's doing his
Solidity as well, because
he's not
took
doing his
some pain.
estates correctly. He like, oof.
He's only missing the dip point, though, right?
I don't know
I
why
mean, he can.
I don't know why. No, it's not just that. I don't know why you would take strong duchies because you only have 3 vessels.
Strong duchies is always good to have.
Yeah. I agree with strong duchies. Yeah.
Maybe he had more at the start.
Because you can have your player alliances, and then you can have vassals at any point in time, or AI allies that you don't eat your dip points. There's
Yeah, but it kind of cucks equilibrium because you also you also lose
Do
the
you want
nobility
to
and
get
officer clubs.
the advisor cost ones? Or is that
Yeah,
not worth it?
well, my meta is
that's
the advisor cost ones and the
always
point ones.
worth it
Those are
first.
always what I go for, and then the rest is just
What
to
else?
get the equilibrium.
The
Okay,
manpower, you have to have the manpower.
Oh, the
general
manpower and
costs.
nobility. So
Isn't that
nobility?
later then, or do you do that immediately?
No. You take you drop to I think what is it? Minus 20% crown land at start, or minus 10 depending on how you want to play it. So you take either the mill points or dip depending on your situation. Most times you take mill points because you want to go to tech 4 immediately.
You always get mill points. Like, there's no.
I mean,
mill
if you're in like a safe nation like Congo or something and you just want to dev or something, you know, but whatever.
You still take the
fuck
mill
does it
point,
first?
though.
No.
Alright, you.
What I
alright,
usually
alright,
do is I
correct
take
myself.
the mill
Always go
points
mill
and the
points.
diplo points, and that's
Jesus
Mill
it.
points and admin
Is that
points.
wrong?
Yeah, you take
For
the
ideas is important.
you take the mill point and the admin point, but you don't take the other point. Otherwise, the autonomy starts ticking.
Exactly.
Then you seize land twice, and then you take the dip point as well. And then whether you take the strong duchies, I mean, or the advisor cost, I mean, I would say the strong duchies early game are worth more. And once you integrate all of your vessels, it disappears automatically. So you can just
I
take
didn't know
it.
that.
You just pick it and you use it early on to have the vessels and to keep them loyal, even if you go bankrupt or if you like, I don't know, make them give them a lot of land so you can rush admin 5 or admin 7, because our early game admin points are important more than diplo points, I would say, because you need to get to admin 5 quick to get the mill idea. You want to go to admin 7 quick, you want to rush echo ideas, then you want to go to admin 10 before you run out of something to spend your mill points on. So basically admin points are really important, so you give a lot of stuff to your vessels, you integrate them, then it disappears, and then you use the monarch point or the generals, because early game you don't recruit that many generals, so having that like only in like 1500 is not the end of the world. So that's, I would say, how you set it up usually.
Good advice, Leo. And yeah.
But yeah, it disappears automatically. I mean, if you don't know that, then obviously you're gonna play it differently, because influence
I had no
ability
idea
is quite
about
difficult.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a pretty good point. If it disappears automatically, it's a good pick. So to change my starting picks, I would go for the mill points, advisor discount, the manpower, and strong duchies. It seems like
Yeah,
the
it
best
works just
choice.
like you can
But
even skip
I
the
don't
manpower
know
until-
why he's keeping this many spots open, because there's just no point. And he also has 33 crown land, so you should probably either take dip or add. Oh, he already has admin, so definitely take
No,
dip.
go for the dip, yeah.
Yeah, and take the advisor cost. Like, it doesn't
Like,
cost you
this
anything.
is an advice you can do for people that don't know. When you're in bad shape, you just take the burger loans for
Oh,
1%
yeah.
inflation, and you pay the big inflation loans. And then once those are paid, the thing disappears automatically. Like, if you want to double dip, you manually remove it if you have loyalty above, and you can take another set of burger loans. Like, that's something you can do, and take double 1%
Oh,
inflation.
if you remove it, will the
Yeah.
loans go away?
You can remove it by just having the minus 20 loyalty if you have more loyalty, like any other, and then take it again.
But will
you
it
get
go alone? I
5
mean,
more.
will it go
Right,
away?
guys, let's focus on the
Yes, it does
here.
go away, and you can take it again. You get 10.
God, I have work tonight.
Okay.
He's behind on Adventech. He didn't select any ideas yet because of it.
Yep. Because he had to restate Venice, probably. Yeah, but he will catch up, I'm sure.
Besides that, I don't think there's much more to say. I just, I don't.
Yeah, he's looking good. His nation is good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good nation that's only going to scale better. So let's look at Habsburgs now.
Habsburg is.
What is he doing? Where's the gold mine?
Yeah, this one is devs, the other one isn't.
Why 11 isn't 10 the normal one?
I mean, you can go higher early on, I think.
Who cares?
Yeah, the other one isn't. He has no autonomy in this one, and yeah, so he just has to switch culture when able, or accept check, which he probably should, because he's
Check accepting culture doesn't matter for getting money from the gold mine. It only gives you manpower and force limit.
Okay, I had no idea. There you
Yeah,
go.
so as long as it's the same religion and low autonomy, I think he was just waiting for the autonomy, then he was gonna start dubbing it.
Good. What else is going on in Austria? He is allied to Poland exclusively. That seems quite threatening for Hungary, and Hungary's only
He was allied to Westphalia as well. I don't know.
Oh, Westphalia and Poland.
Westphalia just attacked the like a city-state, and that's why you get called in.
That. So yeah, this is the normal setup I would go for, is what he has basically, but now that I know that the thing disappears, is I guess remove supremacy over the crown for the strong duchies.
Yeah, because if you look at his relation slots at the moment,
yeah, he's losing
he's
one.
above it.
He's losing one, and he's gonna be losing two if he realizes Westphalia, and especially as the emperor, I think he should have gone for.
Yeah, but he can't get strong duchies anyway. He only has one vassal. The others are PUs.
Yeah, that's true. So he should just vassalize somebody else, and then
you can vassalize Silly, and as Austria, you can always vassalize really easily. Oh, you can't vassalize Silly, right? But yeah, as Austria,
he just declares on them and like vassalize them in a war.
No, you can
but
vassalize as Austria normally. Here, you can vassalize Bamberg if it just improves. You can vassalize Breganz, Anhalt. As Austria, you can vassalize half the HRE very easily, so it shouldn't be it. And that's also a very viable expansion method for Austria, is like you vassalize one of these miners and then just feed them land and just jump up the HRE everywhere like that. As long as you keep Emperor, that's just going to keep working out in your favor. And yeah, he's doing really good on income. He's the richest European we've seen so far. Except for, I don't know if England was above. No.
The game ended right when I vassalized Holland. So if I think.
You don't take trade yet.
If Holland diverts trade, I think I get more income than Austria.
Either way, Austria doing really well. I don't really know what else there is to look at here. He didn't take any ideas yet because he's behind, and obviously he doesn't have enough depth for a 1k victory card. I think they're gonna go and carve up Hungary next session. I think that's what's happening, unless Hungary gets an ally. Maybe in Dalmatia would be a pretty good alliance, but yeah, looking pretty.
Does Austria usually go into the Venice node? Does that not really happen?
Yeah,
either you conquer Venice node, or you make a trade deal, or you're poor. Like that, those are your three options.
Yeah, like long-term Austria without Venice is kind of hard to play. But if you get Hungary, maybe then you have free gold mines.
But you know, gold mines.
Who would help Venice against Austria?
Well, at the moment, Venice is only allied to Florence and Ottomans. Ottomans isn't going to help, obviously, and Florence is his only defense. So I think for both Venice, or Dalmatia, and Hungary, it's very good for both of them to ally each other. And I think that's probably in the books. I just don't know why they haven't done it yet. Anyway, that's about it for...
Let's go to Denmark, right? Denmark, Sweden, and then Poland, I would say.
Yeah. Denmark, Sweden, Poland, Hungary, Ottomans. Yeah. What is Denmark doing? Built the force limit, very decent income. Where is he?
Vassalize Lübeck, that's strong, that's very smart. It's exactly what you should do.
Yeah, I think he's about to vassalize Hamburg as well, so that's gonna...
You can't vassalize Hamburg. It's a free city, you can't vassalize free cities.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but maybe if he conquers it and then releases it, then...
That might be possible, yeah. But
yeah,
you could also just keep...
Yeah, but it's better to eat the land. Lübeck is the only one you want to vassalize because it's a merchant republic.
Yeah, and because of the ideas that it has, it pulls a lot of trade. Hamburg has not that trade-focused ideas, yeah.
Okay, well, good advice. So eat Hamburg. Did he take any ideas yet? Okay, he went quantity, so you know the meta pick.
Is it the meta pick though?
Well,
I think quantity is heavily overrated.
Not for our mod, but it is the meta pick in general. He doesn't have any player allies. He's rival to England and Westphalia, so I don't really know how that's gonna work out. And he doesn't seem to, from what I've talked to them, he doesn't seem to be too friendly with Sweden either. So I would be a little careful because he's in a pretty good spot right now, and he's doing well with the single player game, but he's getting isolated really heavily by the players.
How many galleys does he have?
13. So at the moment,
It doesn't matter.
If Sweden and England ally, then Denmark's gonna have a problem.
It's not just Sweden and England. Sweden alone. Like if I don't know how many galleys Sweden has, but Sweden can build 20 galleys.
No. The thing is, Norway has their heavies, so it does. If Sweden really wants to get 100% on Denmark, he needs to ally England. That's the only way, because Norway's heavies are so annoying when you're fight. In most unmodded games in vanilla, try declaring the independence war and getting Zealand. It's so difficult as Sweden.
Yeah,
you have to get very lucky in the. Yeah, the 3 heavies just ruin your day. Yeah. Because they just come into the battle, even if you are
I don't think
winning
Sweden
the battle,
can get on the islands at all because of the heavies and 13 galleys. I don't think Sweden can
Well,
compete with it
can't
right
you
now.
go through all in Norway? What percentage of the wood would that give them?
I don't know.
I mean, just occupying the Vargo, occupying all of Norway, and all of southern Denmark.
I think it would be able to stab hit, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just yeah.
It's just stab hit is not worth it.
You get 25% war score. That at this point in the game, that's like 1 or 2 provinces. So I don't think it's worth it.
And you can also only stab hit for provinces that you occupy.
So he can't take Finn or something.
Or Shetland, yeah, that's not a lot.
So yeah, as Denmark, I would be very concerned about my diplomatic situation and looking to change it because it's very concerning right now. His estates are not very good. He hasn't.
Yeah, the monarch points, admin and diplo. Yeah.
Well, not just the monarch points, but I'm surprised that people aren't taking the basic ones because why aren't you taking the fucking discount? What?
The patron of the arts too, 5% tax.
You don't need the discount at the beginning of the game because you're only hiring level 1 or level 2 advisors, and it's not saving you that much.
How often are you gonna be stabbing up? I don't know. But yeah, also the prestige because he's at 0 prestige. I don't know. Just not utilizing your estates isn't ever a good idea, and especially because they're at he's at 54 equilibrium, so he doesn't have them loyal ever, unless he summons a diet. And even then, they're gonna be at 59, so that's bad. But yeah, fix your estates and try and talk to people because this is not looking good.
I think it's looking decent. I mean, he can go for Hanover formation,
decent, but
northern Germany,
eventually he's gonna border players, and that's probably gonna be next session. And it's just not.
I mean, he can just go. He can just go for Hanover formation. That's not that difficult. He doesn't need that many provinces for it. He can dev up his provinces.
Yeah, but it doesn't put him in a better diplomatic situation. Unless he makes a trade deal with England or something, I think he's in a pretty bad spot. I don't see what he would have to offer to Westphalia.
Oh no, man! I tried talking to him. He totally ignored me. I asked him, "Hey, what's going on, man?" He was like, "Nothing." That's it. I tried to talk to him on several occasions. I even have a mission to get the Lubeck trade. I told him I'll take it for a month. I'll pay you for it. He didn't respond. He's just not. He's
here. Let him talk.
He's here. Let him talk.
My messages weren't working. I couldn't communicate.
Because of a hotshine probably, yeah. Because the people that hotshine after they drop, they can't. They don't have the box to talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So accidental hostilities got brewed there.
Yeah, I mean,
hostilities. My God.
I mean, he can't even transfer trade. I was asking for him to unrival me, but I mean, yeah, he wasn't talking, so it's whatever.
Don't transfer trade or via the Diplo thing. Move your trade capital to Gotland and then push everything to the channel. When England consolidates the channel, and you're gonna make a lot more money than you would otherwise making a trade deal with them, and that way you also have a reliable ally. That's my advice, at least.
I mean, Sweden hasn't spoken to me about anything, so I'm willing to ally one of the Scandinavians. I don't mind it being Denmark or Sweden.
Yeah, either way, I think England needs to be nosing in here and figuring out something, either a trade deal or just grabbing land. So both the Scandinavians should be trying to figure out to get them on.
Hey man, I
side.
tried to talk to both of them. They both like snubbed me, so I don't know what's
Right,
I
going
mean,
on.
maybe both had the box. Maybe
You
they both
wanna
didn't
you
have.
wanna share anything,
Maybe.
Isaac?
No, not really.
Oh.
I thought I was like I was pretty friendly with Austria. I thought, anyways, but I don't think I don't know about that anymore because he's sending up his army, even though I thought we had a deal. But I guess that must have been a misunderstanding then.
I wouldn't really be trusting Alin too much.
I mean, it's Alien. Yeah, he may just say it's just a prank, bro. Like after stack wiping you a few times, just a prank.
No, jokes aside, Alin is normally reliable, but he also memes a lot. So I don't know. I'd probably, and he doesn't really have any interest in defending you. So I would really be talking to either England or Muscovy versus Sweden. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it for Denmark, unless the Denmark player has anything to say.
Yeah,
We're
let's
gonna
go to Sweden.
No, it's alright. Good, Sweden.
All right, I have like 40 more minutes before I have to dip for work, so we're gonna have to hurry this up or finish it another time. Oof. Where's Sweden's income? What the fuck?
Yeah, Sweden has been AI for most of the game.
No, just
Yeah,
last
because
half
Doug
hour,
had
wasn't
some
it?
family. Yeah, Doug had some family issues and couldn't play
Oh
last.
yeah, then skip the nation, I think, then.
There was a sub on it.
Yeah,
though.
just skip it. Just skip
No,
it.
the sub left like
the
at the
sub left
beginning
for
of
the
the game.
rehost when variants rehosted, and then we had like half.
Yeah,
the
then
game at that point.
just go to the next.
Just let me take a look real quick so we can save fix something, because.
Yeah, but if you have 30 minutes left.
If you only have 40 minutes, then let's just go to Poland.
Yeah, fair point. All right, let's look at Poland. Decent income. Went quality.
He's gonna int.
Is he? Who is he gonna int?
That's a good question.
He is rival to Hungary. And Austria is rival to Hungary. And they're allied.
No. Nothing like that.
I think Hungary is in denial. I don't know why the fuck you would ally Ottomans when you're about to get ganked. Like, that just makes no sense.
He should just ally Muscovy. I mean Hungary.
Definitely. Like, Hungary needs to talk to Muscovy and Dalmatia, like, ASAP. But, you know, some people just like to live in denial, I guess. Anyway, let's look at Poland right now, because that's where we are.
Looking nice so far.
Does he have Danzig vassalized?
No, Danzig, the Teutonic Order has an event that offers him basically to like if he doesn't get the Danzig revolt immediately, there's a chance that he gets an event that turns him into Danzig. And he picked that decision to do that.
You were right, Leo.
Yeah.
It's more than 300 or 250 because Poland doesn't have a victory card and he has 300 dev. So, anyway.
No, he doesn't have 300. He has 294.
He has 294,
so.
whatever. No victory card. Very decent force limit. That's 60 with his subject. Has the manpower to field it. Has the economy to get mercs. Very decent nation so far. I like
What about the States?
I like the quality pick as well.
Yeah.
You should be taking the Diplo point soon, but...
Yeah, you don't need 25% crown land.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know why everyone's avoiding the other clicks, because why not give them free enterprise for 10 more morale, or give them some other stupid meme like Monopoly on glass, where you're only getting like one glass province with 3 dev, you know? Like,
I mean, I think the monopolies are not that good.
Yeah, but when you only have like one province with no dev, it's just you basically get.
Yeah, you only get 80% or something of the income that you would get over the time.
Yeah, but so that means you're losing.
Yeah, but it's about loyalty. That's what.
Yeah,
but
then
you
put
can
them
just
on
pick one of
60
the other things.
If you put them on 60 loyalty, you get a dev discount, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, like the free enterprise, like Berbers.
If it was under 50, it was worth it if you had a good trade node like English channel. Is that right? Or no.
Sorry?
The monopolies. If it's under 50 gold, I heard it was like worth it almost to give out the monopolies if
well,
you had
you
a
have
good
to
trade channel.
look at your economy and everything. For Poland, it's worth these. For example, dyes are worth it because I guarantee he only has one province with dyes, and it's like no dev, and he's like Leo said, you're only getting like 80% of what you would normally get. So in this case, you would lose like what, 3 ducats?
4 ducats, yeah.
Like big fucking whoop, you know. So.
But yeah, I mean, the advantage is you get loyalty without losing influence, so that's kind of nice, and without getting influence. So you can remove stuff easier. I mean, that's why it's nice. But I mean, the mercantilism I think is not that strong. It's just like that you can get loyalty without influence.
For clergy, before you go to war, definitely get the expansion is zealotry because you need the morale. I mean, it's fucking free, so why not? And you can also give them a monopoly on wool. Another thing about monopolies is that they're easiest to remove because you just get an event. But yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't remove it. You still have to manually remove it after you don't spend it.
Oh, right. Yeah, my bad.
But it doesn't give influence. It only gives loyalty.
So you can still.
That's why it's easy. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely fill up your estate slots, and I don't think there's much else to say about Poland. In a very good spot, and this situation reminds me of that meme where the porn actress, is sitting on the couch with black guys behind her, and Hungary is sitting on the couch with Poland and Austria behind her, and just like ignoring what's happening.
Has Poland gone Orthodox yet?
Poland has not gone Orthodox. I don't think he's been trying.
Then he's forming. Either he's forming Prussia or
Prussia
he's
only Brandenburg and Teutonic Order can form Prussia in the mud.
Oh wait, then
Not
why
even
hasn't he gone Orthodox yet?
I think it's just the groundland issues. Like, you can wait a little bit with going Orthodox.
Yeah.
Take the points first, and once you're at 30, influence groundland again. Because you lose a lot of groundland when switching religion. So waiting, and you don't get that many bonuses in the mod either. Because, like, Catholic gives you minus 5% dev cost usually with the Papal Bull, right?
Does it?
And I mean, if it's picked, that one, yeah. And the other advantage is sometimes Catholic also picks the cardinal spread institution, which means you get the first and the second institution really cheaply. I mean, I would at least wait for the first one. You can get it free, basically, that way, if you have a cardinal, without deving it or without paying a shit ton of money for it. So I think waiting with Poland until like 1480 to flip Orthodox is a good decision.
Right. Good stuff in Poland so far. So let's go look at Hungary and see what happens next session. Hungary is currently rebel converting to Orthodox. So yeah, looks like he decided to go the other route and not wait. He's very close to accepting and to being able to accept. Not quite yet. I think he needs like 2 or 3 more provinces and his capital. I just hope they don't go straight for the gold mine because that's gonna kind of cuck him a little bit. But yeah, if they just go to the left here and go for his capital, he should be able to accept the rebels and convert to Orthodox quite quickly. And
yeah.
Do these rebels enforcing give him any
10% clergy land? Yeah. And I think they also give you autonomy in the provinces that they occupy and stuff. So.
He gave out 2 monopolies. He gave out the monopoly on wine, which... Does he have a lot of wine in his country? I forget. I don't think so, right?
A little bit. Only one, yeah.
He has one wine province, and it's only 2 production dev. So this is what I was talking about. It doesn't really cost you anything, and it gives you very good loyalty, so you can remove the other ones when you need to. So when he wants to, he can remove this and put in the expansion in zealotry if he has to.
Yeah. I mean, with Hungary, it's also like your node is a really bad one, right? Pest is leaking like a ship after hitting an iceberg. So it makes sense to go for mercantilism to keep the trade in. I
don't
guess,
know if I would have gone for the textiles ones because
yeah, that's costing you a lot of money. I mean, I guess when you know it's going to be occupied anyways, then with rebels. I mean,
this probably was a better burgers one, but either way, he's doing estates better than a lot of other players. Except
has he taken the
he
plus
doesn't have
one
the
dip?
admin or dip, so
yeah, that's what I was wondering.
That's bad.
Those are bad too. He has Bosnia and Croatia as vassals, so that brings him 13k more. Can't look at them in the screen because that's bugged up at the moment. He's not taken an idea group yet. He's ready to take Miltech 6, so at least he's done some preparation for the war. So yeah, the country looks... He has mountain fort in the north. He doesn't have any forts with Austria.
He should pay for them though. He should pay for them.
Yeah, he
like
should pay for these immediately, and he needs a fort with Austria ASAP. I don't know which one is good here. Probably like on your capital. I don't know.
but move the capital.
Yeah, I'll probably move the capital to Maros or something. But yeah, definitely before you debit, because it's gonna become way more expensive. So yeah, Hungary in a decent spot, decent income, especially considering the monopoly in textiles and the fact that half his country is occupied at the moment. I think Hungary is doing quite well. He didn't take the gold mine in Kosovo yet. I don't know why he didn't just snake to that and he took these provinces instead. That's probably not the best idea. He devved the one that he starts with, so yeah, doing good so far. Just seems a little buried in the sand when it comes to diplomacy, and I really hope he fixes that. And that's about it for Hungary. I don't think he has a victory card. No, he doesn't. Alright, let's look at Ottomans. And see if he has any chances of surviving. So, reminder, Mamluks had how many? 70 troops?
100,000. 100,000.
Yeah, with vessels he has 100,000 Mamluks.
Jesus fucking Christ, okay. So...
I mean, if Ottoman doesn't get help, he's dead.
100,000
It's
versus
as simple as that.
30k, very low, well, half manpower. I don't... Seeing as he went through a death war, I was expecting his state to be tanked, and he also bankrupted. I don't know if he wasn't selling titles or something. It was his first time on a major as well, so you know he might have just been a mistake. Either way, I don't know. I thought it would be in a worse spot, but I think with the actual help he should be fine. But I wouldn't not be expecting on help from Hungary and Dalmatia, because again they're hostile with their main rivals, and I just would not count on that to save you. I would probably try and ally someone else. Maybe try and flip Timurids on your side, although there's QQ in the middle of you. So I don't know. If there's another option, you should take it, because these two are probably going to be busy. Besides that, Mamluks also has a landing in Gallipoli, so that's a problem. And I don't really know how else to advise Ottomans. He's behind. He doesn't have the idea group yet. He has Miltech 6 though. I don't know why he took it ahead of time. Was he expecting Mamluks to declare? They can't for another 4 years. I don't know. Leo, what do you say? What's the saving move here? Give him some MLG play.
I mean, I would try to go plutocratic for sure, because you get 5% mercenary discipline and 10% morale if you pick it immediately, like the first 2 ideas. So I think that's the most buff military-wise that you can get immediately. Other than that, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
He can't win a 1v1 versus Mamluks, obviously.
Yeah, no way that
And
happens.
even Hungary and Ottomans versus Mamluks, I would say favors Mamluks. So it's... Unless he gets some money. Maybe he can... Like, I mean, it's going to be difficult to get nations like to help him fight, but maybe he can get some money.
Yeah, I don't know. Even with money, it seems like a tough battle.
Can he go Golden Era? I mean, he should be if he can't, or if he didn't yet. Yeah, he should work on that. That he can trigger Golden Era, maybe push through the first 2 plutocratic ideas, and then recruit mercenaries and go in for a Hail Mary. I don't know. It's difficult because after the bankrupting and Mamluks didn't bankrupt, he's also going to be behind on mana points.
Mus or Mus?
It's Moss.
Alright, let's look at this.
Yes, question.
So Ottomans is difficult.
What's up?
You don't think going defensive increases Ottomans' military power more than?
Yeah, I mean it's different. Like it's 5% morale more in return for getting 5% mercenary discipline. Now I would say it's about 50-50. Like about 5 morale, I think, is less than 5 discipline. But obviously it only counts for your mercenaries, so that's kind of annoying. Sure. So it's kind of difficult to evaluate which one of the two is better, I guess. But I personally would prefer like plutocratic in that case, because like once you push through a few more, plutocratic also gives you force limit, goods produced, so you don't bankrupt as quickly. So like the first two of defensive and plutocratic, I would say about equal in the death war.
Alright,
But
let's
once you
switch
finish the
Moscow.
idea group, it gets better in plutocratic than defensive, I think. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be difficult either way.
Let's look at Moscow before I have to dip out. No, I think I'll have time for everything, but yeah, we just have to rush through a couple nations here.
Moscow is in a really good spot, also played by a very good player, so it's going to be very interesting where it's going to go from here.
Yeah, I just don't envy him for having to fight the hordes, because that is just absolute AIDS. He integrated Perm already. He has other vessels though, I see.
Yeah, ODF.
Right, I just don't know why they moved to integrate Perm first, because they're not your culture. It's just wouldn't it have been better to integrate Rizanian or something? Cause
yeah, but you don't want to feed Perm. You want to feed the others, right? So maybe that's the reason.
Why do you want to feed the others?
I mean, ODF you can feed Great Horde, below Soro you can feed Novgorod. I mean, Perm is the only one.
Right,
which land are you going to feed? Because you want the gold mine yourself,
yeah,
right?
And the gold mine, you're right.
And Kazan, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
you
you're
could
right.
technically feed him Kazan, but I don't know.
So very good move. Very good force limit. Very good income. Muscov is just doing very good overall, and he's able to summon Streltsy already for another 8 units. So I think Muscov is in a very good spot, and another reason why Europeans should be interested in talking to him, like a couple of them already. Because he can definitely switch the tide in any wars that are happening right now, and I think he might have the interest in doing that unless he's made deals with his neighbors.
Oh, I mean, the thing is that he doesn't really need to, because whatever happens in Europe, he's just gonna roll it anyways, considering how free is his game currently.
Yeah.
I mean, Poland is also strong. I mean, if Poland doesn't go into stupid wars, it's not going to be that much. Because at Tech 10, Poland can integrate Lithuania for free with a mouse click, and then, I mean, Poland spikes quite a bit too.
That's when PLC has a power spike because of the age bonus as well, and that's probably the only moment when Poland will be able to kill Muscovy or Russia.
That's why I said Muscovy probably needs to do something before the power spike, because it just becomes exponentially harder when that happens.
I disagree with the power spike at tier 10, because all the good Polish bonuses from National Ideas are after you finished your third idea group. So the real strength of Poland only kicks in after you have finished your third idea group.
Yeah, you pick Edmund 10 and then
after
usually
10 it's maybe 11 or 12 when you achieve that.
I mean, usually after you pick Edmund 10, you also push through the first 2 mill ideas you had, because you save up mill points. And then you only need 5 left.
Muscovy no, he's 291, so he didn't get the victory card either. That's a shame. So yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about Muscovy. He did his estates right by the looks of it. He has quite a lot of fucking manpower and units from his...
A lot of trade. Yeah, it's a great nation. Like,
it's a very strong nation, but got a little bit of a free game because Sweden was AFK and we didn't see the Uzbek again. But we're trying to fix that for next season. Alright, let's look at QQ. QQ, 18 income, not bad. 37 force limit, only fielding 7.
People mothballing all of their forts always makes me like very anxious. Like
yeah, especially
especially bordering forts.
You don't have a truce. You don't have a truce with them. It's mountain fort. It's very interesting stuff. It's like AI moves. He's not filled
to his defense, Timuritz was AI.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And he needs all the money he can get, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hasn't really done his estates correctly because he has 34. He hasn't gotten the Diplo point. He hasn't gotten the admin point. Whichever he thinks is more important, he should go for, because you don't need 34 crown land. And you can give one of them away, seize land, get 29, and then give another one, and then be at 19. And I think that's the move to do. And then you can dev a couple times to be at 20. Although I don't think 20 is the break point, is it?
No, yeah, 20 is. 20 is because at 20 it doesn't tick anymore, and below 20, between 10 and 20 doesn't tick if you're at peace either. So
like
just dropping below 10 is bad.
Do what I said then, and yeah, use your estate click seat too, because you didn't give crownland to the estates. You're not selling crownland, so this is just a wasted mechanic, and it's a really strong one. So you shouldn't really be letting it go to waste. And you also have other privileges that you can fill out that you haven't done. So that's bad, but okay, he has what, 11, 14? Yeah, 14 more regiments from vassals, so that's pretty good. Although vassals were apparently really bad for Mamluks in the first war, so I hope they perform better for everyone else. So QQ in a decent spot by the looks of it. Very low religious unity as well, because he's Shia. Can't you give the privilege to the Dominion and just not care about it? What's the downside of it?
It's only for heathens, not heretics.
Oh, right. It's not Muslim fate. Okay. Makes sense. Well, that's fucking rip. He also doesn't have the manpower from the Amirs. Yikes. It's 20% manpower you're missing out on. So that's pretty bad. He didn't take any ideas yet, so nothing to look at there. Didn't click any missions.
What idea do you think he should be going first?
Either, I don't know, either plutocratic or quality. I don't know. Quantity might also be good for him. I think myself I'm probably gonna go for quantity just because I'm a meta slave, but plutocratic seems to be really good in the mod because it gives discipline, it gives morale bonus, it gives you a merchant, which is really good early on for a lot of nations. It gives you goods produced, it gives you force limit, and manpower recovery.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean,
plutocratic is just golden in the mod. I think everyone should be going for it.
Quality is also a good pick for him, or offensive.
Yeah.
If he expects a death, where he could also go defensive with his mountain
plutocratic
forts.
is more like an overall idea, where you're not like really gonna death war because it gives you economic bonuses as well. Quality and defensive are just more focused on military.
Plutocratic also gives you 20 at the finisher. It gives you 10% equilibrium to burghers, which a lot of people criticized and said we should flip to something military. But I think that's even better because it makes easy
I think the whole
to stay
idea
above 60 loyal happiness of your burghers.
I think the whole
for
idea
cheaper deving.
about plutocratic is that it's a mix. It's not just a pure mill idea, and I think that's good. It should stay that way, because everything else is, yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it for QQ. Not much else to say. Bring your forts up, that's for sure. And try and talk to people. I don't know who you can talk to, probably Delhi. Or try and simp for Timurids or some shit, I don't know. But you're in a risky position. Definitely shouldn't be keeping your forts down. Let's look at Timurids. Oh, we can't. He's been AI for like 10 years. Should we?
It was like
it's still the strongest nation in game, but
yeah.
Alright, whatever. Look at the safe fixes I gave him.
Just look at the manpower, the max manpower, the force limit, the income, like it's...
Yeah, 67,000, I think that's the biggest manpower we've had so far, the maximum.
Yeah. Force limit is like really high too.
What idea group are you gonna go for?
Probably quantity. Just because my manpower is so big that with the quantity idea I'll get to 100,000 and then it's gonna be a huge peak over everybody in the area.
Yikes.
Yeah, AI fucked up your estates and I didn't know how to...
Oh, no, that was like the privileges I gave it, but it was complicated because when I loaded into the game I had to hot join and so I couldn't press any buttons for the first month. And then I had to, improve relations with my vassals, declare war, manage the war, manage the estates, and it was kind of hard to do, so I messed a few things up, and now it's hard to solve, so...
Go to subjects.
Oh.
You guys gotta start enabling...
His subjects are Afghanistan, so 7,000, that's 13, and Sistan,
So
that's 15,000.
whose subjects were those?
QQ's.
Okay.
It's a
I
bug.
thought you were on the Timurid. Oh, that's interesting.
It's a bug. It's really common.
Did we talk about QQ yet?
Yeah, we just finished QQ.
Nice.
So Timurids has 17,000 in vessels, and can field 56 of his own. So he's very close to competing with Mamluks, but he's in a better economic situation by far than Mamluks. And yeah,
Did we talk about Mamluks?
yeah,
Yes.
we're going
Did we
eastwards.
His
So-
autonomy is all shot.
Uh,
0 crown land. Very bad.
you talking about Mamluks?
Mamluks, yes.
We're not on Mamluks.
We're already
on
done with
Timurids.
the Mamluks.
God, shut up, variants. But yeah, I think that's about it for Timurids. He still has his good ideas. AI clicked them, but I unclicked them and I removed the bonuses, obviously. But yeah, he has the shock and the morale and the general. But yeah, that's about it for Timurids. Everything.
Yo, Europe's done?
Yeah.
God damn it.
What do you mean I pinged you?
Really?
I pinged everyone.
Oh shit.
fucking
No,
unpaused
I came to the Hungary part. I came Hungary, then I was like,
I unpaused the game. I have to fucking reload the save. Thank you, Nabihov. I blame you.
you're welcome. Like, I'm, you know, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm bailing out.
We went east this time.
What do you guys talk about France? What about France? What was it? You know?
Looks
It's
decent.
trash. Your vassals are gonna kill you. You're gonna die. It's total trash.
Oh no, okay. My vassals are unloyal, but I'm nowhere near dying.
I'm just
But
kidding.
yeah.
Just
Alright,
Okay.
looking at Delhi.
Bye-bye.
Seems to be the only country in the world with an actual fort setup, but 2 of them are in farmlands, so do you have no other...
Yeah. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you have them on farmlands.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just wondering if he has no other options, and it doesn't look like he does, unless he can conquer this shit from Ladakh, but... Oh, he has...
Check rivers and notice that my capital is on farmlands as well, and it's Age of Discovery.
Oh, right. Good.
So maybe reconsider the farmland forts.
Very smart boy. I'm sorry. I apologize.
still, I don't know why didn't he conquer the mountain province on the border with Timurids, because there's a nice fort placement in there, I think.
I mean, Ladakh. He owns Ladakh, and Afghanistan is a.
Oh wait, it
you
actually doesn't
mean,
make sense. Never mind, it doesn't make sense.
Ladakh is my bitch. You mean Baluchistan?
Yeah, I'm in the province, but it does make sense. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyway, pretty good income.
Yeah. Delhi is a nice nation.
38 force limit with 7 more from vassals. I think this is a very strong nation. Is about not as strong as Timurids, but about able to compete.
Except for manpower, but that's northern India.
Except for manpower, yeah, and that's all of India. I've had 0 manpower since the start of the game.
Yeah, I'm running 2 mercenary companies since 1444.
It's
and
absolute fucking AIDS. But yeah, he has what Timurids doesn't, and he has an ally to defend him if Timurids goes into India. So there is that, because it's really stupid for Indians to kill each other and allow Timurids into India, and it's just like, I don't know who on earth would do that. Like some stupid people from S27. Like, God. Imagine
They were the
killing
best.
Indians.
They all killed each other just for
Aren't you fighting Bengal right now?
Wait, is there some hint? Do I have to check S27 now?
In S27, Flappy killed...
I don't think we need to talk about the different game.
Yeah.
I think we should mainly focus on the current one.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, Delhi is looking good. Can go Punjab later if he wants, but which is the primary culture?
I'm all Punjabi culture.
Yeah, so once you from Punjab, you're going to have really good idea set, good income,
Yeah,
production.
I know.
Yeah, Punjab
And
is
a really good
moral
religion, to be
discipline.
honest.
Punjab is a good formable, so yeah, good shit here.
I think it's one of the best tags actually in India, with the exception
Yeah.
of Hindustan.
Especially since in northern India you make most of your money from production, and it gives you 10% goods produced and 15 production efficiency.
I think
So
Delhi is the
your
strongest
income
person in
spikes
India
even more.
right now. And he embraced
Leo-
Renaissance. How did that happen? Did you dev it?
Sorkot, yeah, that's province. Look at the development.
Yeah.
It's very try-hardy.
I see it.
14 admin POG.
Damn, good job. Are you sharing to anyone yet? No, you're not. We'll have to talk about that.
Oh shit, now I'm gonna have a lot of messages.
Let's look at
Okay.
Bahmanis, Vijay, Bengal.
Yeah.
Let's push.
Bengal said he's not coming back, but
Okay.
take a look if you want.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Nibor doesn't
Bahmanis,
want to share his.
Bahmanis may be the strongest Indian, like outscaled Vijay in the first session, I think.
I think Delhi is the strongest Indian. I think
Maybe.
Depends. Like Delhi still has 90% autonomy on the gold mine, and that's just gonna give him another 6 or 7 ducats income. So
Yeah, that's
Bahamanis
true.
Yeah, I don't think
gonna
Bahamanis is as
boost
strong
away
as
in the.
Delhi. So Bahamanis with this vessel has 42 regiments fielded right now. He has 0 manpower, same as me, because he had to fight Frog in the first war. And
What's his
But how many loans does he have
his
though?
income
Like,
is 22. He has 600 in loans, so not doing great economically.
that's not
right
the
now.
end of the world though.
Yeah, 600 is nothing for the size of
600
the nation.
for a player war, that's
Yeah,
decent.
and
And he
he's-
conquered Gujarat and shit. He's in a
Yeah.
good spot, I would say.
He's in a very good spot. I'm just saying he's not as strong as Delhi. Definitely not strongest Indian.
Maybe not, yeah, but
He went quantity ideas, and I don't think he had enough to. Oh, did Delhi spawn a victory card? Yeah, he did, and it's a fucking
free victory
one,
card.
of course.
Yes.
Right.
On the note of
Bahamanis
Bahamanis,
a victory card on me, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
A general thing about Bahamanis in India, like if you're an Indian nation, check all the special events that are connected to the nation. Like Bahamanis missed a special event for a permanent 5 morale bonus.
Yeah, I heard that, and that just kind of painful.
Yeah,
But
and there are many nations in India that have very obscure events with very obscure triggers. So if you're seated in India, just
yeah, because there was a whole patch
take a look at the
making
wiki, and
those,
usually
right?
there's something there. Yeah. He was not allowed to have a coastline before 1450, I think, and needed some money in the bank for it to fire.
All right. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to look at when it comes to Bahamanis.
Let's look at Vijay.
He won the war fighting Mewar, and he's in a good spot now. He's allied to Delhi against anti-Timurid coalition. He's allied to me as well, which
it's not yet against the rules since Vijay new player is pretty small.
It is legal, yeah, because I don't have the institution.
Oof.
Alright,
okay, the next session you're going to Bahamanis is going to have to break up with one of his little girls.
Yeah, I am not doing as well economically as Bahamanis. I am not quite at bankruptcy. I'm at 12 interest, which can be paid off after this war. Because after this war I have free scaling here, unless Delhi tries to contest me. Which I don't think he has to, because he's, obviously got different directions to go into. But anyway,
no.
As for Vijay, my plan was ally Bahamanis and delete Bengal. Problem with that was that Bengal was actually a very good player. He took Tech 6 like very, very ahead. I think he paid like 80% more for it, and he was just deleting my troops for the entirety of the war. Like, I think casualties are just like insane. Yeah, I took 238k in casualties. So that did not go my way at all, and I only managed to tech up very recently, and then I deleted 2 of his stacks, and he pretty much forfeited and said he's not coming back next session.
Another good move Daily did was full annexing Orissa to get all the Orissan subjects very early on, and I think he made some of them marches.
He did. So he had, I think he had like 12k.
All of them actually.
He had 12k from them, which was pretty significant considering.
And they get 20% morale bonus if you send officers too, and I think 5 discipline, right? Like it's really broken actually.
I actually managed to roll some really good generals. My only problem was he was a tech ahead and he was just destroying me. Anyway,
you let your rebellions fire.
I let my rebellions fire because I didn't listen to variants. I fucked up, and I'm on Tech 3 admin because of it, and because of all the expansion. Either way, that was kind of a mistake. So I'm quite a bit behind, but I think I should be able to scale.
You have a nice hair. That looks like a nice hair.
Yeah, I got Child of Surya, and yeah, I should be able to scale quite well with this if I can make a deal with other Indians. If not, I'm probably dead. So yeah, my.
Don't forget to divert your trades and embargo rivals with your vassals, because I don't know why nobody ever does that for some reason.
I think I did. I just it's not showing. That's not my vessel. That's a vessel of War or
Bahamanis.
Yeah.
That's the one north of you.
Yeah. So I think I do have with my vessel.
Well then, note for Bahamanis to do that.
I do have transfer. Anyway,
okay, then
I got my victory card on Bahamanis, and I just need a 9 dev province, and we made a deal for it, but I don't know if he's gonna follow through because I'm in a kind of shitty spot. Anyway, we can tag into Bengal.
Let's look at Ava. I mean, Bengal is not that interested because it's died, right? I mean, play for the good player war, but no sense in looking in a country after it's dead.
Is it bankrupt?
Exactly.
I think he's going to, but he's not yet. But AI is insta bankrupt, I think. He's not because his morale is still high.
He's not gonna be.
How many loans See how many loans you can take.
Ah, he's not going to be your
37
AI.
out of 43, so he can take 6 more loans. Thing is, I just teched up and I have so much more morale than him. Oh, I guess the morale difference kind of closed. But I deleted one of his stacks and I'm about to push through. I don't think he has that much of a.
Yeah, he has no troops. He has no troops.
So he just.
But he
just
can
gave up.
prolong it though to hurt you really badly too. Like if you have to actually fight the player on it and the player roaches, that's basically he can force you to bankrupt during pretty close after the war. Like.
I know.
Okay.
And
Well, let's look into Ava had some coalition issues at some point, but I think he expanded pretty well from what I could saw.
I think it's badly expanded, to be honest. Like I wanted to be in Ava's seat, and like what Ava's potential is, this is kind of behind.
I mean, maybe he didn't like. I think he has some vessels though, or are those
tributaries? It's all tributaries. It's
okay. I thought it was vessels. Okay, yeah, in that case.
His Henry is a vessel of them. Sorry, he's one vessel, and the rest is tributaries.
Yeah, Khmer player I think died.
Yeah, let's see what's happening with Khmer player conceded, so Ava is gonna have a pretty good game here. He has
Malacca as ally.
He has all of these allies here that are AI, so he should be having a really easy time eating into the other AI. He has one AI, I mean vessel, so not huge there.
Really good king too, 655.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
No, 653. Okay.
And he's only
third recent.
No, that's a regent.
Okay, sad. But I mean, 11 years is still good.
That's a regent for 12 years though. So, he's behind an admin tag. So
I think he lost. Maybe he didn't have to fight a coalition war, but he had a coalition at some point.
He's not doing his estates quite right. I guess he was selling titles, which might actually be right because his country is a bit of a poor one, and he had to.
Can you click on the estates like the clergy? What they can give you? Does he have inner perfection too? Inner perfection, yeah, he should pick that because it's 5 dev cost and 5% production efficiency. So that's must pick early on, I think.
Yeah.
At this point, do you really care about development cost? Like you're not going to develop a lot. And
it's also production. It's also
care more about the crown land. 5% crown land early on might be more valuable.
It's also 5% production efficiency. And you still dev sometimes, I think.
I mean, a bit of like where Ava can go. I mean, if he gets all of Siam, he's gonna have trade. Like, would you greed as Ava into innovative to get minus 90% advisor cost or not at this point? Because he's kind of in a shithole, but he has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Or would you still go a military idea group first?
I mean, I would still go military idea group first, but second you can go.
No, I don't know. Now with Bengal dead, I think he might want to focus on his economy and just consolidate because I don't think he has another rival here.
But even then, you want to go echo first, right?
No. Ava wants to go innovative first. Hands down. If you don't go innovative first, you do it wrong.
But you get the king.
He's tech 3. Look how behind on admin points he is. Him going innovative first would not help him.
He has to get to admin tech 5 first anyways before he can spend any idea group.
Yeah, and he has to like the advisor cost from his national ideas only comes at it's the 4th one, so he's only going to get it after the 2nd idea group anyway.
But he also gets it from religion.
Alright guys, I don't think there's much else to say about Ava, so except he's in
is there a gold mine in the region?
I don't think so.
No, only in China is one. There's one in China. And one in south, but Malacca is going to eat that, I guess.
Wouldn't that like a gold mine in Burma kind of balance the strength between like India and China compared to Burma?
Siam has a lot of manpower, unlike India.
Yeah, but it's like trash.
Let's look at Malacca.
Well, what happened to Khmer?
Khmer's dead.
Died.
Ah, what the flick.
Rest in pieces.
Yeah.
Why
we buffed AI and then everybody dies to AI and then Pikachu face.
Wait,
I couldn't, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Yeah, I was Khmer. I couldn't play a first session.
Okay. Khmer kind of died, but
I didn't know you had a sub.
I thought there was a player on it. Yeah.
Can we see it?
There was a player on it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
8 income, 16 regiments, not in a war right now, so I guess you could recover if you wanted to. Like, Ava's not that far ahead of you. If you wanted to stay on Khmer, you could.
Yeah, high estate influence of nobility already. It's kind of good. So you can fix up estates really quickly.
It's not that bad.
I don't
If
think.
you team up with Ava, you'll have easier wars.
I mean, the other player quit,
Yeah.
and that's why I assumed it's dead. I never really looked at it, but yeah, you can hop back on Khmer if you want. It just there's nothing too impressive. I can unclick this mission for you, and that's pretty. Oh wait, it was a player. It was an AI, so I can't do that. But yeah.
But wasn't it AI at the end of the session? I mean, maybe you can clear rebels or something at least.
Let's see. 25 years. Let's see when it was clicked. 81. What's 81 minus 25?
56.
So it was
5 years
It was
ago.
clicked 8 years ago.
No, I wouldn't unclick the missions, but maybe we can like I don't know, like clear the rebels or something.
There's no rebels. It's just occupied.
Some mana.
Okay. I mean, mana is kind of difficult because, I mean, AI actually gets 10% cheaper tech and ideas. So if AI used it to tech up and spent it on that, then he actually got a discount. And if the player used it, then it was used by a player, right? So
Anyway,
and compared to Ava,
let's look at Malacca.
Yeah, let's look at Malacca, I guess.
And what he's doing. 13 income, so he's the richest of the meme nations here. And the only non-meme nation. He's gone exploration. I don't know if he did that just to get the colonist. Where is he called?
I recommended that to him so that he was considering going expansion, but I told him that it's not a good idea because you want your admin to core actual things, and you can use your dip points.
I just hope he doesn't finish this off and then go into Australia or something. Like, he just needs the colonizer for these provinces here, and then he can drop the. Primarily, you want these Spice Island provinces. Like, after you finish your island, go after the Spice Islands. You don't really need to finish Borneo.
I would finish it though. It's a lot of provinces, and they really have.
No. Of course. You don't wanna drop it until you colonize everything. But I'm just saying your priority should be the Spice Islands because these provinces are really rich.
Yeah, sure, but I would still finish it and keep it for quite some time, at least 100 years until you done
colonize
colonizing.
everything. Yeah, definitely.
Harlem Bang is a bit big, his subject, isn't it? It owns all of Java.
It's getting integrated right now.
It is getting integrated. That should be a pretty decent power spike when he integrates him. Although that's not going to happen for another 9 years, so that's going to be a while. So decent nation so far. I'd accept Sumatran because it's 36% of your country. Definitely, that's going to be decent.
Crush the gold mine at first opportunity too.
Yeah, get the gold mine. That's gonna double your economy. If you dev it to like 10 and you have no autonomy in it, it's gonna give you like 6 or 7 or 8 income.
Did any of the European colonizers head this way at all, or no?
No colonizers in Europe yet at all. So
greetings, everyone.
That's greetings. That is it for Malacca, I think. Right.
Now we come to the actually interesting part of the world.
Let's look at Yue. China. What a wonderful place. 24 force limit. Vassals are bugged again, of course. Why wouldn't they be? He has 6 more. So
he has Yi as his vessel.
30 force limit with his vessel. Decent-ish manpower. He seems to be doing the estates correctly.
Yeah.
He sold once because he probably needed the money because I think his economy is not that great.
What's his autonomy?
Yeah.
He does have the gold mine though. Autonomy.
He also came a little bit late. He joined like an hour late or something, or 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So for that, I think he repaired the country quite a bit. Yeah.
He got the gold mine and he devved it, but it's high autonomy. So
He shouldn't. Yeah, people that don't know what they're doing still with the crown land, you shouldn't go below 20 because below 20 is when your autonomy is gonna keep ticking down.
Yep. Also, I've noticed a lot of people that don't really have the money for it are just drilling, and I don't really understand why. Because you can save.
Drilling before being built up is absolutely stupid. It's like the thing I don't want to do.
You're not getting any professionalism. You're gonna get like maybe 2 professionalism in like 10 years or some fucking meme. It's really a waste. And you need to focus your money onto being built up, and even though you don't have anything to build right now, like you're gonna have something to build soon enough, and then those buildings are top priority. So don't drill. Save your money. I've seen quite a few countries doing it. It's useless. It doesn't give you anything right now. Other than that, I think this country is looking decent. I don't know what else there is to say.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of deal he made. All the Chinese are allied to each other, so I have no idea what the fuck is going on with them over here. But yeah, they're all allied to each other and Manchu. So
we're hacking each other to death, basically.
let's look at Wu. Wu is actually saving his money a little bit. He's in war. So
he just embraced. Yeah, he's currently selling to.
Oh, is he the one that dev'd?
Yes. Nice. We made a deal. He devs the first one. I dev the second one.
So
because
awesome.
I got the worst starting ruler, so
Monopoly on
I
paper,
couldn't
though.
The first.
Monopoly on paper.
Yeah, that's not good.
What the fuck? And you have 9. You have fucking 16.
It was it. I am pretty sure it was the cheapest Monopoly.
You have.
Yeah, it's still
production in paper.
It's only worth for you to do a monopoly if you have literally one province that has one good in it.
Mind you, when I took it, I did have one province, but expanded.
I guess, that's even worse, though. That's even worse, though.
I guess because you were deving and you needed.
Yeah, I pushed to 60.
Because I mean, that makes sense. Then yeah.
Whatever, just drop it. That's.
Of course, I'm getting rid of it at first opportunity. I also still need to have the mana estates. Need to keep some ground for that.
Behind on admin tech, so no ideas yet. Does he have any vessels? No vessels.
No.
Looking decent. I just think you need to. I don't know why you're going after Ming when you can be consolidating your trade node here, but you know.
He gets most of Ming.
I mean,
we made a deal. I get parts of remaining Chu, and he gets in return. He gets a bite out of Beijing, a leg of Ming.
Yeah.
Ooh, if we can get the Beijing trade centers, that's pretty pog. Oh my god, Beijing is 37 death.
And then we can make a trade deal basically, and that's pretty hot.
Hangzhou is a starting node.
What the fuck is AI doing?
I mean, it has a base development of 32 or something, so it's not really dev
if you hover over the 38, if you hover over the 38 dev cost, you see how much it actually was dev'd.
Oh, it actually starts?
No, wait.
A lot of provinces in China start at like 30 dev.
Beijing has been improved 3 times, so it starts with 34 actually.
I had no idea. Jesus Christ, that's really.
It's the best province in the game at start.
Yeah.
Alright.
It used to be Nanjing, but I think it moved to Beijing, yeah.
Besides that, I don't think there is much else to say about Wu. That's about it.
Yeah.
All the Chinese seem in decent spots right now, but the thing is, like, you're gonna have to, you know, figure out an end game here, because when you eat up and take your share, you're all gonna be nice and decent compared to each other, but compared to anyone else externally, you're all gonna be weak unless you have some sort of endgaming plan where you either take over China or you have another expansion route.
No, for me at least, there is no player in Japan right now, you know.
Well,
that's freed up right now.
There's Shimazu, that's gonna get seeded next session.
It's gonna get seeded. Okay, that changes plans a little.
Right,
wait, why is Shimazu so huge though? Yikes.
He's not. He's smaller than any of his neighbors. He's 120 dev, I think.
Okay.
It just all these provinces are trash. Like it's look at this shit.
I guess
he has like 8 income, so I wouldn't worry about him being overbuffed. Like if you wanted Japan, you can still know CB and kill Shimazu like on day 1. Like I'm just saying. All right, let's look at Shun.
Yeah, I lost kind of because I had to spend 400 ducats early game to move forwards because Oirat starts with course on me.
Yikes. Okay, yeah, that needs to get fixed in the mod.
And my forts are on on the bordering provinces, which are like one is I think like the top one, the Hitao province, which is like a desert, and the other one is Sangye on the left, which is the most left province that I have in the north.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And both of them give them 50%. Like if I would fight them there, they would have 50% bonus. So I had to delete the forts and move them around. And yeah, that was.
That's pretty shit. Having to loan up at start. That's an oversight in the mod. Seems to be the strongest Chinese with his 31 regiments and 35 force limit. Economy seems to be decent, but less than you because you has a gold mine.
Yeah, like I had to sell Crownland once because I get like early on, like the loans, getting the inflation and shit was kind of annoying. So I don't have the dip point yet, but I mean.
But yeah,
other than that,
I think you're in one of the best situations in China because, like, whatever you grab here, you don't have to fight players as much afterwards. You just fucking go here and have so much free land. It's
Till Manchu shows up.
I already made a
Yeah, till Manchu shows up, but Manchu's
deal
not
with Flappy about
expanding that much
Chagatai,
right now.
so I think we're going to be a good spot. I'm allied to Manchu, so
yeah.
I mean.
Anything else to say about this nation? You already clicked your morale mission. No.
Yeah, AI early on is not that weak. Like.
Nothing else.
Chinese nations all have like 24th limit. No, nothing special.
No.
All right, let's
get
look
a good
at
religion, maybe.
One thing, Shun has really good ideas, so you don't have to form China, while the other Chinese are kind of a lot worse, so you have to.
I see that.
You also get morale, and under the stability hidden is also 10% morale.
Oh,
so you get 50 ECA and 15 ACA, morale, manpower, siege ability, manpower recovery speed. Like, it's actually decent overall. Inflation reduction.
That's some nice ice balancing there, but yeah. Let's look at Manchu now. I thought he would have expanded quite a bit more. Manchu has a lot of potential to just go insane early on and just consolidate the whole region in like 10 years, I think. But I don't know how it all works in the mod, because again, mod makes things more difficult, but it doesn't give any buffs to AI when it comes to their fighting ability, I think.
He declared war on one of the Horde miners, and in between him declaring war and him looking at it, basically Oirad allied them in between. And so suddenly in 1448 or something, he was fighting Oirad in Mongolia.
Yikes. Okay,
and he won the war, but that kind of slowed him down quite a bit.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's fucking awful. Good on him for fucking winning that then. Did he dev... He didn't... Wasn't Jilin a cloth province? What the I'm just fucking confused in this game, I guess. What is he doing in China? What part does he get? What was the deal there?
I mean, he gets Korea, he gets northeastern Ming, the course that he has, and he gets Mongolia and most of the Oirad land. So he gets the north of the world.
So in a nutshell, he's gonna be totally useless and outscaled in 100 years.
Why would he be outscaled? Look at the land.
Because the region where
hordes are actually quite buffed, I think, in the mod. So I think he has good potential if he just goes west.
That's also in the north. All of the provinces basically are food provinces. So here you get all of the food manufactories in Mongolia. It's like retarded how much. And if he colonizes in the north,
if he
the provinces
Siberia as well, he's gonna spawn so much fur. He's gonna I think he has
fur gold. Like he can also colonize in the north. So he doesn't. And colonizing is it's a lot buffed in the Russian region because usually you get like 50% deving cost increase because like Arctic and woods and all of that. But in the mod you only pay 15% extra. So it's a shit ton of provinces that you can build buildings on, that you can get like good trade.
I think he has decent potential with making this work with his current alliance setup and just going elsewhere. Because you guys,
I think and UA have a lot more different, and shouldn't we have way more difficult expansion, I think, than Manchu. He can just.
You can always get any of the Chinese to betray each other and invade China and profit from that too.
There is that. But you know, if any of them make a play for all of China, I think it's gonna just be a bloodbath. But yeah, I don't think they have that many external threats right now because Indochina is kind of meh, so they might wanna like do that.
From my experience with broken China, China always ends up being a bloodbath. At one point or another, there is a bloodbath.
Alright, so Manchu doing well, I think. Like for a horde, this is decent income, and again, he's a fucking horde. Like he can delete anything on planes right now, and I think if he just goes west and manages to kill Oirad somehow, he's in a very good spot. But Oirad, again, AI is buffed, so he has to figure that out first. He did win one war, you know, he might be able to win more. Anyway.
I think the biggest issue for Manchu will be planning long time with Russia, because we have a very strong Russia, and that Russia is going to border him, especially if Manchu decides to colonize Siberia.
Yep. So
Also,
that's going to be a very interesting moment for Manchu, how that border turns out.
That's the same though for the Chinese nations, right? Because if Russia comes and kills Manchu, he's probably going to be able to run over China as well if he wants to. So we have like common enemies at an extent. Also India, like once Vijay eats Bengal, I mean Bengal died, that makes it easier because Bengal tends to push also pretty quickly into Siam, and suddenly he's not that far away. Malacca could push into India, into China for the trade. Like we have external trades long term. It's not like.
All right, boys.
I mean, I could come via Tibet.
And go.